Just imagine for a moment that you've been handed a wallet. This wallet doesn't hold money, it holds your time. Inside there are 24 bills, each representing 1 hour of your day. At the end of the day, if you haven't spent those 24 hours wisely, they vanish without exception. The question is, how are you going to spend today's 24 bills? Will you waste them, or will you invest them in something that brings value to your life? Let me ask you something. Have you ever thought about how much time you waste on things that don't matter? We all have the same 24 hours, yet some people seem to achieve so much while others feel like they're always behind. What's the difference? It's how they spend their time. Today we're going to unlock the secrets to making every minute count, because the way you spend your time determines the life you'll have. Time is the most precious resource you will ever have, yet it is the one we tend to take for granted the most. Unlike money, which you can earn back, or material possessions, which can be replaced, time is finite and non-renewable. Once an hour, a day, or even a minute passes, it is lost forever. Time doesn't wait for anyone, and it's constantly slipping away, whether you're making the most of it or not. It doesn't care how old you are, where you come from, or what your goals are, it moves forward relentlessly. You can spend money and recover it. You can lose your possessions and replace them, but once your time is gone, it's gone. The time you spend today will never come back to you. Every decision you make, every action you take either adds to your future or takes away from it. Understanding this fundamental truth should change how you view and use your time. If you want to achieve anything of value in life, you must treat your time as the invaluable resource it truly is. The way you spend your hours today will determine how you feel, where you end up, and who you become tomorrow. The choices we make and how we spend our time directly shape the people we become. Every single moment that passes is a chance to either move us closer to our goals or take us further away from them. We are the sum total of the actions we take, and the actions we take are driven by how we allocate our time. Think about it, the habits you form, the skills you develop, the relationships you nurture, and even your mental and emotional state are all the result of how you decide to use your time. If you spend hours on end watching television or scrolling through social media, you're investing your time in entertainment or distraction rather than growth. On the other hand, if you dedicate time to learning, improving your health, or pursuing your dreams, you're investing in yourself and your future success. Time is a mirror. It reflects back to you the efforts you've made. The person you are today is a result of how you spent yesterday, and the person you will be tomorrow depends on how you spend today. If you waste your time, you're essentially wasting your life. If you spend it wisely, you build the foundation for the life you want to create. Setting clear priorities is the cornerstone of effective time management. Without knowing what truly matters to you, it's easy to get caught up in distractions, minor tasks, and the constant noise of everyday life. If you don't decide what your priorities are, life will make the decision for you, and you may find yourself spending time on things that ultimately don't serve your greater purpose or long-term goals. Priorities are like a compass. They guide you, help you stay focused, and keep you moving in the right direction even when temptation to veer off course arises. When you establish clear priorities, you give your time purpose. You eliminate ambiguity and indecision, which often leads to wasted time. Knowing what matters most allows you to allocate your time toward what truly adds value, whether that's advancing your career, strengthening relationships, improving your health, or pursuing personal passions. Prioritizing forces you to ask hard questions. What is worth my time? What are the activities and relationships that will propel me forward? What are the things I can say no to in order to protect my most important commitments? Without setting these priorities, you'll likely spend your time reacting to external pressures, attending to urgent matters that aren't necessarily important, answering calls, checking emails, or dealing with other people's agendas. Clear priorities allow you to take control of your time, ensuring that you spend it on what aligns with your values and goals, rather than allowing it to slip away on activities that don't contribute to your long-term success. Planning and organizing are the building blocks of success, and without them, time slips away unnoticed. When you fail to plan, you're essentially letting life happen to you instead of taking control and actively shaping it. A plan is a roadmap that guides you from where you are to where you want to be. It transforms a vague idea or goal into a series of actionable steps, giving you clarity on how to proceed and what to focus on. Without this structure, you're left navigating through your day without direction, wasting valuable hours on unimportant tasks, or spinning your wheels without making real progress. When you organize your time, you create space for what's truly important. This might mean creating a schedule, breaking down long-term goals into smaller, manageable tasks, or establishing systems to streamline your workflow. The power of organizing lies in its ability to reduce the chaos and overwhelm that often come with managing multiple responsibilities. By organizing, you give yourself the freedom to focus on one thing at a time without feeling scattered or stressed. A well-thought-out plan helps you see the bigger picture while keeping you grounded in the day-to-day details. It ensures that you don't waste time deciding what to do next, because it's already decided for you. Organization doesn't just apply to physical space or tasks, it extends to your mental and emotional resources too. When everything is in its proper place, your mind is clearer, and your energy is focused on the work that matters most. You can anticipate challenges before they arise and plan for solutions, making it easier to stay on track and adjust when necessary. Time and money are often seen as interchangeable, but the truth is they are vastly different resources. Money, while essential, is something you can always earn more of. It can be replenished, saved, invested, and grown over time. With the right strategies, skills, or opportunities, you can increase your income or rebuild your wealth if it's lost. Time, however, is a different story. No matter how much you work, no matter how successful you become, you can never buy more time. It is the one resource that is both finite and irreplaceable. Once a moment passes, it's gone for good. This fundamental difference between time and money should change how you view both. The pursuit of more money often leads to the neglect of time, with many people sacrificing hours, days, and even years to accumulate wealth. But when you exchange too much of your time for money, you risk losing something far more valuable: the experiences, relationships, and personal growth that time can offer. While money can be replaced, the moments with loved ones, the opportunity to learn, the time to rest and recharge, and the ability to enjoy life's simple pleasures cannot be restored once lost. The question you must ask yourself is, how much of your time are you willing to trade for money? Are you spending it wisely on things that truly matter, or are you merely working for the sake of earning more? It's essential to remember that while money is important, how you spend your time has a far greater and lasting impact on your life. Time, when spent intentionally and wisely, can lead to a life of fulfillment, growth, and meaning far beyond what money alone can provide. Avoiding time drainers is one of the most critical steps to maximizing productivity and creating a meaningful life. Time drainers are those activities, habits, or even people that consume your precious hours without providing any real value in return. They can disguise themselves as harmless distractions, scrolling endlessly on social media, binge watching shows, engaging in gossip, or spending time on tasks that feel urgent but aren't truly important. Over time, these seemingly small diversions add up, stealing away opportunities to make progress on your goals, build your dreams, or simply enjoy life in a more meaningful way. Identifying time drainers starts with honest self-awareness. It requires you to assess how you're currently spending your time and recognize patterns that don't serve you. Often, time drainers provide a temporary sense of satisfaction or relief, but they rarely contribute to your long-term growth, happiness, or success. For example, saying yes to every request out of fear of disappointing others might seem noble in the moment, but it often leads to overcommitment and stress, leaving little room for the things that truly matter. Similarly, engaging in unproductive habits can feel comforting, but they create a cycle of wasted energy and lost opportunities. Eliminating or minimizing these drainers involves setting boundaries and making conscious choices about where your time goes. This might mean learning to say no, limiting your exposure to distractions, or replacing unproductive habits with actions that align with your priorities and values. It's not always easy, as time drainers can be deeply ingrained in daily routines or tied to relationships that feel difficult to change. However, reclaiming those lost hours is essential if you want to live intentionally and achieve the life you envision. Every moment spent on a time drainer is a moment that could have been invested in something truly meaningful. The power of saying no lies in its ability to protect your time, energy, and focus from being depleted by things that don't align with your goals or priorities. Every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else, often something more important. Yet many people struggle with saying no because they fear rejection, conflict, or disappointing others. They find themselves overcommitted, stretched too thin, and unable to dedicate their full attention to the things that matter most. Saying no isn't about being selfish, it's about being intentional and valuing your time as the precious resource it is. When you say no to distractions, unimportant tasks, or obligations that don't serve your purpose, you free up space for the things that truly matter. You allow yourself to focus fully on your work, your relationships, your passions, and your personal growth. Saying no creates boundaries that protect your time and energy, ensuring that you're not constantly pulled in 100 different directions. It also helps you maintain control over your life, rather than letting others dictate how your time is spent. The key to saying no effectively is clarity, being clear about your goals and priorities. When you know what's important to you, it becomes easier to recognize requests or opportunities that don't fit into that vision. Saying no doesn't have to be harsh or abrupt. It can be done with kindness and respect. By communicating your boundaries clearly, you not only honor your time, but also teach others to respect it. This act of self-respect often earns you greater respect from others, as people come to understand that you value your commitments and aren't afraid to protect them. Investing in yourself is the most rewarding commitment you can make because it directly impacts your growth, success, and fulfillment. When you invest in yourself, you're building the foundation for a richer, more meaningful life, whether that means developing your skills, nurturing your physical and mental health, or expanding your knowledge and experiences. The time, effort, and resources you put into self-improvement don't just benefit you, they ripple outward, influencing your relationships, career, and overall sense of purpose. Personal growth requires ongoing learning, and dedicating time to education, whether through formal training, reading, or practical experiences, gives you a competitive edge in every area of life. By enhancing your skills or acquiring new ones, you open the door to greater opportunities and unlock your potential to achieve more. Self-investment also involves taking care of your physical and emotional well-being. A healthy body and mind are essential for productivity and resilience, enabling you to face challenges with clarity and strength. Time spent on personal development is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Whether it's attending a seminar, seeking mentorship, practicing mindfulness, or setting aside time for hobbies that bring you joy, every effort you make toward bettering yourself compounds over time. This isn't just about professional success, it's about creating a life that feels balanced, purposeful, and aligned with your true values. The benefits of investing in yourself are long-lasting and far-reaching, equipping you to adapt to life's changes, seize new opportunities, and continually strive for your best. The principle of quality over quantity emphasizes the importance of doing fewer things but doing them exceptionally well. In every area of life, whether it's work, relationships, or personal pursuits, focusing on the quality of your efforts yields far greater rewards than simply trying to do more. Quantity often gives the illusion of productivity, but without a focus on quality, it leads to shallow results, burnout, and a lack of meaningful impact. True value comes from putting intention, care, and effort into the things that matter most, ensuring that what you create or achieve is of lasting significance. Choosing quality over quantity requires a shift in mindset. It means prioritizing depth over breadth, focusing on fewer goals or tasks, but dedicating your full attention to them. In a world that often glorifies being busy, this approach can feel counterintuitive. However, it's not about how much you do, it's about the results of what you do. For example, spending a few deeply engaged hours on a project will likely produce better outcomes than spreading your time thin across multiple endeavors without full focus. This principle also applies to relationships and experiences. Having a small circle of meaningful, genuine connections is far more fulfilling than maintaining numerous surface-level acquaintances. Similarly, spending quality time with loved ones where you are fully present and engaged is more valuable than simply being in the same space while distracted. Quality over quantity encourages you to be intentional with your time and energy, ensuring that what you give your attention to aligns with your values and brings true satisfaction. By emphasizing quality, you avoid the trap of trying to do everything and instead excel at the things that matter most. This approach not only leads to greater personal and professional success, but also enhances your overall well-being by reducing stress and increasing your sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Daily consistency is the quiet but powerful force that shapes your future. It's not the grand gestures or sporadic bursts of effort that lead to lasting success, but the small, repeated actions you take every single day. Consistency is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be, and it requires discipline, focus, and patience. Each day is an opportunity to take a step forward, no matter how small, toward the life you envision. Over time, these seemingly minor steps compound, creating significant results that might seem unattainable when viewed from the start. Building a future through daily consistency means committing to your habits and routines, even when progress feels slow or invisible. It's about showing up, whether it's practicing a skill, pursuing a goal, or maintaining healthy habits, regardless of how motivated or inspired you feel in the moment. Consistency creates momentum, and that momentum gradually transforms effort into achievement. It teaches you resilience, builds confidence, and reinforces a sense of purpose as you begin to see the fruits of your daily dedication. The power of daily consistency lies in its ability to simplify the process of achieving big goals. By breaking them down into manageable, repeatable actions, you reduce overwhelm and make progress achievable. For example, reading a single chapter each day leads to completing numerous books. Over time, saving a small amount of money regularly can grow into a substantial fund. These actions may feel insignificant in isolation, but their cumulative impact is profound. Consistency also develops discipline, training your mind to prioritize long-term benefits over short-term gratification, which is crucial for success in any area of life. Every great achievement, every extraordinary life, and every fulfilled dream is built one day at a time, one choice at a time. The question is, what are you doing today that your future self will thank you for? Because the truth is, the small, consistent actions you take right now are the foundation for the life you'll live tomorrow. So what kind of future are you building starting today?